Hello and welcome to another Rudgate Beer review on a glorious day. 19 degrees, middle of October. Woof, we'll take that. So anyway, we're going over to Rudgate Brewery. Got this from Morrison's in Scarborough. Bloody amazing place. And let me just give that camera a rub because I look all shady and slim shady man. Is that better? Nah, fuck it. Anyway, So anyway, this is Valkyrie, an American pale ale. There we go. It is 5% hoppy, zingy and citrus, it says on the front. On the back it says. At Rudgate, we've been brewing award-winning beers for over 25 years, but we don't stop there. Our talented brewers continue to experiment and push the boundaries of brewing, producing innovative and tasty beers for our customers, old and new. Always great beer, always something new. A triple helping of American hops give an explosion of flavour with notes of passion fruit, citrus and tropical fruit. Brewed in the UK at Marston's Business Park, Tockwiffe, York. Tockwiffe. Done a beer review and it came up with Tockwiffe. I don't remember Marston's Business Park though. Surely it's not the same Marston's as in Marston's. So, done a lovely day at work, smashed it out the park at work. Had one of them days where I worked really hard all day long and I felt really positive. And that's a good thing. Then went over, the weather was amazing today, then went over and did a garden I look after. And they're not gardeners, young couple, but they're not gardeners, but they're lovely people. And this daughter of somebody whose garden I did for 4 years. So it's the only reason I do that garden every so often. So lovely, it looks like a golden pour in this light. White-haired, nice bit of carbonation going. There is a light haze to it, but very light. Just let the air get to the beer, let it breathe. Let them breathe, as they say. I did review some Rudgate beers when Kimberley Craft Ales in Kimberley was open, but sadly they closed, like a lot of businesses closing. Scribble on the roof. It's sad times. Got a touch of passion fruit then and a hint of citrus. More subtle. It is modern traditional rather than craft. In fact, slightly more craft than modern traditional. It's in that sweet zone where it's got a good aroma, good flavour, but not too subtle. As we all know, modern traditional is more subtle, whereas craft is more in your face, mostly. Ooh. 4 for £7. Yeah, 4 for £7 from Morrison's in Scarborough. You literally can't fault that. You know, most people, we don't want to use supermarkets to buy our beers. We'd rather go direct to the brewery. I just walked in and with so many beers from so many Yorkshire breweries, I had to do it. 28 bottles of beer on the wall. There's a song somewhere along those lines. But, you know, so many breweries. I've not had many beers from before. Literally probably one from each brewery. And it's like, let me get them. Let's get the reviews on Rudgate Beer Reviews. And, you know, push these breweries, you know. So, hence why I do what I do. Hitting the spot, lovely. What a beautiful day in October. Literally, got up this morning and it's like, oh, it's a bit dull and miserable. Then the sun came out, the temperature warmed up a treat, and it just gives you energy. It gives me a burst of energy. And certainly drinking a nice beer also helps with that. Oh. The flavours are there as well. You can get the different flavours. You know, a lot of these American pale ales, well, a lot of beers, you struggle to get the flavours. You do. You know, when they say notes, they mean like, you know, the subtlest of notes. But no, fair play on Rudgate. The nose, as the air gets to it, the nose will get better. But I could already tell some bits on the nose anyway, but on the taste, coming forward, lovely. Proper decent beer. I'd like to see these guys do a collaboration with Lincoln Green, who are near me. Both similar styles of breweries, doing what they do. I think they'd be a great match. Although Lincoln Green don't seem to do a lot of collaboration beers, to be fair. Which is sad, really. I don't see them doing anything like that, really. That's not their... Don't seem to be their ethos, as it were. I suppose some breweries do and some breweries don't. Yeah, funny that. Oh, what a day. What a beautiful day. 2 days away from the beer festival. This will be probably come out after the beer festival anyway, you know, so it is what it is. 2 days away. I've got a full day at work tomorrow, then a half a day, then 2 full days, possibly not working at the weekend. And the really weird thing is that and then I've only got a week, and then we're going on holiday again. So going to Wales. So press that in. So I need to put some hours in over at Newark on the garden next door. Put some pennies in kitty, as it were. Oh, Bayek. That is tasting really well. Just make sure I ain't left any drop. No, hang on. That is really flavourful on the taste. Bags of flavour. The nose is not as less muted than what it was, but you wouldn't say it's craft beer. But then again, it's not craft beer. You know, I know some breweries really take offence when you say, and there is a brewery in Lincolnshire that took offence, a real offence, when I says about their beers being modern traditional. And it's not me being, you know, dragging them down. Back in the day, they were probably craft brewers. But in the perception from the way I look at beers and that, some people are modern traditional, some are craft, and some people can do both. And do both super well. This, to me, modern traditional. But yeah, brewery in Lincolnshire took the funnies about that, and yeah, but it is what it is, you know. I don't actually mean anything bad about it. I just looked at it from my viewpoint. I did the same to that Lincoln Green. I said to the head brewer there, I look at your brewery as a modern traditional brewery. And he agreed, you know, he wasn't trying to say anything different. They did do their project Black Shale beers, which was something slightly different and wacky craft beers, as it were. But certainly not recently. Certainly they've been sticking to the to more modern traditional styles with a slight crafty edge. Obviously on cask it's all muted because there's lots of craft beer breweries that do cask, and it's not always hazy, and that is the world of beer is both complex as is the beer itself. We look at some breweries. I'll bring one into the equation. Track, Brew York. We look at those as being full-on craft beer breweries. We don't look at them as trad, And I'm talking from my perspective. I'm not talking from, another brewery's perspective. I don't think it's a bad thing to be one or the other. To be a modern traditional brewery, to be a craft beer brewery, or to be one of both. Some breweries can do it. Some breweries, because craft beer, the craft beer that's in supermarkets now in cans is expensive. Modern traditional is much cheaper than full-on craft. We all know this, and obviously it goes down to what goes into the beer to make it. In the perception of people who buy beer, craft. And I've probably bored everyone absolutely senseless with that. The fact of the matter is, this is a very good beer. So aromas are becoming more. The more the air gets to the beer, the more the aromas coming through. And it's certainly tasting really well. Very good flavour on this. First beer of the day. I may have another one later. We'll see how we go. I had someone say to me once, your beer reviews, you always sound drunk. And literally, first beer of the day. And not in the slightest bit drunk. But it's funny how perceptions, and yeah. Up the arse, grab dog, go in front garden. I've got some seeds to harvest. So, yes, it's one of those days. Harvesting seed, eh? Do any other beer reviewers harvest seed? I very much doubt it. Are there any beer reviewers anywhere near like me? No, not the slightest. No. I'm rather unique in the beer review world. And I've certainly got an opinion. And when I need to, I will point that opinion. Most of the time, I try to play nice and be right. Being right is the way to be anyway. Some good, real... The longer that you give the beer to breathe, the more those flavours burst out. Drinking a beer 4 or 5 minutes, no. You're not giving the chance for the beer to breathe. Let it breathe. Let those flavours, by all means, drink a bit at the start, see what you get, and give it, anything up to half an hour to really appreciate the beer itself. I actually really enjoyed this Valkyrie. Obviously being a bit of a Marvel fan. And I don't suppose they did it for that reason, but I'm sure it's spelled the same. But anyway, yeah, a very, very good American Pale Ale for what I perceive, without being offensive, as a modern traditional beer. A very good modern traditional American Pale Ale. Would I drink it again? Hell yes. Would love to have it on cask in Nottingham. Crown in Beeston comes to mind, Partisan Tavern. probably the two leading pubs in the whole of Nottingham. And for grabbing beers, you know, from breweries that nobody else is reviewing. Putting out there. And some breweries, some pubs seem to rely on like literally 10 breweries to get their beers, and that gets boring as hell, you know. Getting their beers from more breweries gives you the scope to really interest the public and to pick out the beers. God, if I worked behind the scenes for a local chain of pubs, I could really open it up. I really could. Maybe being a gardener, I'm in the wrong job. But anyway, yeah, cracking beer. Would I drink it again? Absolutely, yes. For me, a good 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, great beer from Rudgate Brewery. Thank you for watching. See you soon.